You probably have this sitting in your refrigerator right now and never thought to take it outside. 2 ingredients, a 1-gallon container, and 48 hours. That is all it takes to make a homemade liquid fertilizer so effective that organic gardeners are calling it liquid gold. By the end of this video, you will have a complete batch of aloe vera juice and honey fertilizer ready to pour into your garden. You will know exactly why these 2 ingredients work so powerfully together, which product to buy to make this recipe safe and effective, and what visible results to expect within the first week of application. No fresh plant required, no blending, no mess. Just 2 things you can grab at any grocery store for under $15. Aloe vera juice is not just a health drink. It is one of the most underused plant growth boosters available to the organic gardener. It contains natural plant hormones called auxins and gibberellins, which actively stimulate root development and push plants into an accelerated growth phase. It also carries salicylic acid, a natural compound that triggers your plant's own built-in immune response against disease and environmental stress. Raw honey brings an entirely different layer of biological power to this recipe. It is packed with natural sugars that feed the beneficial microbes living in your soil, and it contains trace minerals including boron, a nutrient that is critical for flowering, fruiting, and cell wall integrity. When you combine these 2 ingredients, you create a tonic that simultaneously feeds the plant above the soil and fuels the living microbial ecosystem working beneath it. Not all aloe vera juice is equal, and choosing the wrong bottle can actually damage your soil microbes instead of helping them. You want a bottle clearly labeled as pure aloe vera juice, 99 to 100% aloe content, food grade or drinkable, with no added fragrance, no alcohol, no artificial dyes, and no harsh preservatives. Brands like Lily of the Desert and George's Always Active are widely available at Walmart, Target, and most grocery or health food stores for under $10, and both meet every requirement for this recipe. What you absolutely want to avoid is the bright green sunburn gel you find in the first aid aisle. Those products contain carbomer, synthetic thickeners, alcohol, and preservatives like methylparaben and sodium benzoate, all of which can disrupt or kill the beneficial microbes that make your soil productive. Pure aloe vera juice is clear or very lightly tinted, never green, and the label will say drinkable or food grade somewhere on the packaging. Spend 30 seconds reading the ingredient panel before you buy, and your garden will be better for it. The ingredient list for this recipe could not be simpler. You need 1 cup of pure food grade aloe vera juice, the clear drinkable variety, 2 tablespoons of raw unfiltered honey, and enough room temperature water to fill a 1-gallon container. A standard glass mason jar or a clean 1-gallon pitcher works perfectly for mixing and storing your finished brew. The honey must be raw and unfiltered to deliver the full biological benefit to your garden. Heat-processed commercial honey has been stripped of the beneficial enzymes, natural yeasts, and trace minerals that make it genuinely valuable to your soil. Look for honey that appears cloudy, thick, or slightly crystallized. Those are the signs of a minimally processed product that still carries its full nutritional profile. A darker amber raw honey will typically deliver the highest mineral content of any variety you can find on a standard grocery shelf. Start by pouring 1 cup of your pure aloe vera juice into your 1-gallon container. 1 cup is the ideal working concentration for this recipe, strong enough to deliver a meaningful dose of active plant compounds, gentle enough to use on seedlings and sensitive container plants without any risk of root stress. The juice should appear almost completely clear or carry only a very faint yellowish tint, and it should smell clean and mild with absolutely no chemical or floral scent. Before you set the bottle aside, take one final look at the ingredient list to confirm everything is clean. A pure aloe vera juice should list aloe vera as the first and ideally the only ingredient, sometimes with a small amount of citric acid as a natural pH stabilizer. That is completely fine and will not affect your garden. If you spot carbomer, fragrance, polysorbate, or anything ending in paraben anywhere on that label, set that bottle aside and replace it. This is the most important quality check in the entire recipe. Pour your measured aloe vera juice into the 1-gallon container and fill the rest with room temperature water. Filtered or collected, rainwater is ideal, but tap water that has been left sitting in an open container for an hour to off-gas its chlorine works perfectly well too. Add your 2 tablespoons of raw honey directly into the liquid and stir steadily for about 1 minute until the honey is completely dissolved and fully integrated throughout the mixture. No blender needed, no heat, no complicated steps. Your finished mix will look like very lightly tinted water, nearly clear, with the faintest golden hue from the honey, and a barely visible cloudiness from the aloe compounds suspended in the liquid. That is exactly right, and exactly what you want to see. If your mixture is bright green, heavily colored, or carries any chemical or floral smell, something went wrong in your product selection, and it is worth starting fresh with a cleaner ingredient. A correctly made batch looks almost like clean water with just a whisper of gold. And that simplicity is precisely what makes it safe for every plant you own. Place your loosely covered container in a warm indoor location, anywhere between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and leave it undisturbed for 48 hours. During this period, the natural sugars in the honey are activating and multiplying the beneficial microbes already present in the brew, while the aloe compounds integrate fully with the water for deeper, faster root absorption. The fermentation process is quiet and mild, not dramatic, but it makes a measurable difference in how effectively the finished brew feeds your soil biology. You can use this fertilizer immediately after mixing if your plants need it right away, and you will still see genuine results. But the 48-hour activation window consistently produces a stronger and more biologically active product. After the full rest period, the brew develops a slightly richer, mildly fermented quality that soil microbes respond to far more readily than a freshly mixed batch. It is a small act of patience that meaningfully improves everything you are about to pour into your garden. Before we take this brew out to the garden and talk through exactly what your plants will do over the next 2 weeks, take 1 second right now to hit the like button and subscribe, if you have not already done that. It genuinely helps this channel reach more organic gardeners who want real, practical, chemical-free results. Now let's get this liquid gold into the soil where it belongs. After 48 hours, your brew is ready to go to work. The first application method is a soil drench. Pour 1 to 2 cups directly at the base of each plant, and allow it to soak slowly down into the root zone. This is your primary feeding method, and it works by stimulating the beneficial soil microbes and encouraging root development from beneath the surface. Apply once per week for 3 to 4 consecutive weeks to progressively build the biological health of your soil with every single pass. The second method is a foliar spray. Transfer your brew into a clean spray bottle and apply it to the undersides of leaves in the early morning before the sun is fully active. Leaf stomata are open during the cool morning hours and actively absorb dissolved nutrients directly into the plant's tissue. Using both methods together, a weekly soil drench combined with a foliar spray every 10 days, gives you the most complete feeding strategy and consistently produces the fastest visible results from this recipe. Within the first week of regular application, you should notice your plants looking more upright and alert, with leaves developing a deeper and more saturated green color than before. That visible shift is the aloe compounds activating the root and growth systems, signaling the plant to push energy and resources toward new cell development. It is subtle but real and measurable, and it typically appears faster than most commercial liquid fertilizers can produce the same effect. By the second week, you will likely see new growth emerging at the growing tips and a marked improvement in overall plant vigor and leaf texture. This brew is gentle enough to use on seedlings, container plants, established raised beds, and indoor houseplants without any risk of root burn or overfeeding. It works with your soil's natural biology rather than bypassing it, and that is precisely what makes this a sustainable, repeatable organic practice that builds long-term health across your entire garden. Here is what you did in this video. You picked up a bottle of pure food-grade aloe vera juice, the drinkable kind, already on shelves at your local store, measured out 1 cup, combined it with 2 tablespoons of raw honey and a gallon of room-temperature water, stirred it together, and let it activate in a warm spot for 48 hours. The result is a homemade liquid fertilizer packed with natural plant hormones, beneficial enzymes, and microbial food that costs almost nothing and requires zero equipment you do not already own. This is what straightforward, effective organic gardening looks like. Working with ingredients nature already perfected, skipping the synthetic shortcuts, and building a garden that feeds itself from the inside out. You do not need a chemistry degree, an expensive product line, or anything beyond what you can find at any grocery store. Every application builds on the one before it, steadily improving your soil biology, strengthening your root systems, and increasing the long-term productivity of your entire garden season after season. If you tried this brew or you already use aloe vera juice in your garden, drop a comment below right now and tell me which plants you applied it to and what results you saw. I see every single comment, and I genuinely want to know what is working in your garden. If this video helped you today, hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it makes a real difference for this channel. And if you want more simple, no-nonsense organic gardening recipes like this one, subscribe so you do not miss what is coming next. Your garden is worth the effort, and so are you. See you in the next one.